Hello, my name is Bryce Raymond, and this is my audience. Imagine if you are studying to become a lawyer, but you never go to a courtroom to practice your deposition. Imagine if you are studying to become a doctor, but you never go to a hospital. Dean Douglas Cavanier is making a faulty decision to remove one of the forensic science cottages in order to convert it to an advising office. This is not a suitable decision because it will hinder students' learning experience, the cottage is not a suitable advising environment, and the loss will significantly impact the Forensic Science Club. I encourage you all to email this dean to tell him that this is a bad decision because of many reasons. Firstly, it will hinder students' learning experiences. The forensic cottage is a laboratory space. It's where students can learn various forensic techniques and do hands-on learning so they can get the good experience and be able to produce it in grad school as well as in the working environment. The labs are so well noted that Nova in 2012 in a video called Forensics on Trial did a segment on the forensic science cottages at Penn State and showed how well the students are able to learn in them. Various alumni of the forensic science program have said that the use of these cottages has helped them stand out when applying to grad schools and getting a job. Many students from out of state come to Penn State because of these forensic science cottages. If we take one of these cottages away, then many students will not come to the Penn State forensic science program, and compared to other schools, this is one of the only ones that has cottages. The American Academy of Forensic Science has rated Penn State one of the top undergraduate forensic science programs, and that is mainly due to these cottages. So if one of these cottages is taken away, then that will significantly decrease the benefit of having these cottages to help out the program. The way the classes are set up is that one class can use one cottage and another class can use another cottage. And in those classes there are different sections. So one section could have an upstairs of one cottage and the other section could have the downstairs of a cottage. So if you're trying to fit two classes with many different sections into one cottage, it won't work out. And because of this, not everyone will be able to sign up for these classes at a time. And therefore, some students will not be able to graduate in 4 years. And this can be a major impact because some families might not be able to afford going beyond the 4 years of college. Not only will the removal of the cottage hinder students' learning experiences, it will also show that the cottage is not a suitable advising environment. Like I said before, the cottage is a laboratory space, and the forensic science program uses it to do mock crime scenes. And they do this by using blood and pig parts and many other things. So many advisors and students would not want to go into these cottages knowing that the program is using the cottages for these purposes. The cottage is also not equipped with AC and heating, so in order for the advisors to move in, major renovations need to be done, and that will cost money and a lot of time. According to the U.S. Department of Education's website, it talked about the Family Education Right and Privacy Act, or FERPA. And FERPA, one of its clauses says, "A school may not generally disclose personal identifiable information from an eligible student's education records to a third party unless the eligible student has provided written consent." The way the college is set up is that advisors would be close together, and if students are discussing their academic information, then their information could be heard by someone who is walking by, so their privacy won't be kept just between them and the advisor, so it would go against FERPA. And the advisors going into the cottages will be in small numbers because there isn't enough room for all the advisors to move in, and they would be in weird locations such as a kitchen or a weird study room or a bathroom. So it wouldn't be a proper learning environment for advising. And finally, not only isn't it a suitable location for an advising office, it will significantly impact the Forensic Science Club. And I can testify to this because I will be the president of the Forensic Science Club next year, and we use the cottages for a haunted house in the fall. And many students at Penn State love coming to this haunted house because it's fun to do around Halloween. The haunted house is a major fundraiser for the club in which we use the funds to pay for forensic experts around the country to come in and talk to students about real-life forensic techniques. And this is very beneficial to the club as well as other college students. If the cottage is taken away, then we won't be able to put on this haunted house, and we won't get the funds to do it, so we won't be able to bring in people. Another thing we use the cottage for is to do outreach activities. We do this mainly for high school students. We have them come in, and the students in the club, teach them various forensic techniques, and this is very beneficial to the high school students because they get a first-hand look at what forensic science actually is. And it helps the students in the club because it helps them reinforce what they already learned. So the removal of the cottage will significantly hinder students' learning experience. The cottage is not a suitable learning environment for an advising meeting, and the loss will significantly impact the Forensic Science Club. Considering these reasons, I encourage you all to email Dean Cavanier at drc9@psu.edu. With your help, I'm sure we can save the cottages.